Hello, everyone. So I'm back. I'm sorry I had trouble connecting. I had to restart the process. So it's back on. And if let me know if you have any problems with the volume because the microphone I use has batteries. Sometimes if the battery is slow, you don't hear as well. Okay. So this time I did. Yeah. I was like, I'm obsessed about hair. Talk about hair before. Anyway, I know I'm eventually going to add this probably to YouTube. And I just wanted to comment. People on YouTube sometimes ask. I'm basically talking to people chatting with me live, so that's why I make strange comments, and you can't see it, and that's the way it is because we are on the Patreon website. Okay, so I'm back on, guys. So exciting, so much news. Oh my God. Where do we get started, right? Okay, so I had made the list. I'm going to look here for 1 second. I changed to the different, anyway, so I'm looking at the tab of everything that I had written earlier, which is Chuck Grassley, Eric Prince, the Koch brothers and the influence of the donors and the Republicans, the nature of the relationship between Ivanka and Donald, Trey Gowdy, and Darrell Issa. So since I wrote that post, something else came up, which I thought was interesting, but we don't have to look at it maybe if we have time at the end, which is Bannon, and apparently, so he got a lawyer, the same lawyer as Reince Priebus and Don McGahn. And what this says, apparently in legal terms, is that he must be collaborating because if you have the same lawyer in the case, you all have to be on the same side, okay? He can't, right? So there's something like that. So we could ask, what is Bannon going to tell Mueller about everybody? Okay, about Kushner or something. He must know a lot. Okay, he must be able to take several people down. So that's just an interesting question. Now, someone, I think it was Patty Joe, she really wants to know about Chuck. We could do Chuck Grassley because I feel like, Chuck Grassley is someone who is just, to me, so inexpressive. I don't understand that. I'm going to forget him if I don't do him. Okay. And so you guys, like I said, if you have anything that's very urgent, you feel like it's very urgent and I haven't addressed, let me know. Okay. Now, please type, okay, in the comments. And I am going to then, if you don't have anything specific, okay, anything is special, I'm just going to do that you want to know that I haven't mentioned. Then I'm going to do Chuck Grassley, because Chuck Grassley is like I said, I would very likely forget about him if neither of you, but he's in everything these days. Okay, Chuck Grassley. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, you guys. So know what happened? I basically did my hair very early and I've been wearing it all day. And I basically kind of rebrush it on and off, because then the problem before was I would just do my hair right before and I was like, whoa, what happened? I'd be kind of shocked. So now it's I have time to brush it, rebrush it and whatever. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, so guys, I'm doing Chuck Grassley because Chuck Grassley is I really don't like Chuck Grassley is vanilla or something, but he's very strange. Actually, when I think about it, he's one of those people. He's the head of, I think, isn't he the head of the Committee on Intelligence, Senate Committee on Intelligence? So it's very powerful, and he pushes these, the fake investigations. But at the same time, there's a few things that he does that seem to be anti-Trump. I think he was a prosecutor. He also has a legal background, and he was the one who interviewed one of the legal people who Don McGahn pushed, the legal person who knows exactly nothing. So there's several. What I feel about him is that he has several sides. He's not, how Lindsey Graham that we looked at the other day. Lindsey Graham, he's he completely flipped and he can't pretend or something. I mean, he can't his score is corrupted, right? Everything about him. And so are Jim, whatever that guy, Jim Jordan, but I feel like Chuck Grassley, there's some elements of him that seem to be real. Like I feel like he knows he knows there's something there. Okay. But anyway, so I want to do Chuck Grassley just because I think Patty Jo will wanted Chuck Grassley, and he's involved in a lot of the current scandals. Okay, meaning scandals, meaning like, you know, the bullshit of like like let's investigate Hillary, and then I was reading some article about the consequences of the Fusion GPS transcript. Okay, and people were saying that you can see in the transcript that the Republicans, they never want to know anything about the details about the Russian interference. They never want to, all they want to know is they want to ask the questions in a way to make the guy from Fusion GPS seem like he has something, he's doing something wrong, or like he's partisan or something. Okay. So they never want to know the details. They never want to talk about it. So that's why I think it's important to understand Grassley and why, you know, because so let's, before I get to the actual questions, the one thing that I want to, that would be interesting. Yes. Hi, Cynthia. It's good that you finally are on the lawyer they wanted. Yes, exactly. That's it. Oh my God. Did you see that guy? Oh my God. That guy, disgusting. Oh, I just can't. Did you see? I think was it on Rachel's show yesterday or Lawrence? I don't remember. It was this guy who was like a lawyer for the Alpha Bank when he wasn't nominated. Like he was nominated and then he was removed and he went to work for the Alpha Bank, which is the bank, the Russian bank that supposedly there's all this controversy. I don't even understand the details about the server. Supposedly the server at Trump Towers is connected to Alpha Bank in Russia or something. It's too much. Too much. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, so let's just do one thing. Let me focus on Chuck Grassley because I'm on, like I said, if I don't do Chuck Grassley, but I think instead of the other readings as like before, where I start, what does Mueller have on him? I'm going to ask the first question: is he being blackmailed? Yes, it's like is Chuck Grassley being blackmailed? Or is it a money situation? Is he? Oh, you know what? You know what it is. The first question, most important question, I think everybody wants to know about these guys. Is this person being blackmailed, or is it a money thing? Okay, are they like? Is Chuck Grassley being blackmailed, or is it a money thing? Okay, is it a what? Right, or maybe it's both. Okay, but like, what are they? You know, this. I guess you know what the thing is like. What are they hiding? Blackmail, money, whatever. So what's Chuck Grassley hiding? Then 2, what does Mueller have on Chuck Grassley? 3, will Chuck Grassley be indicted? Is he guilty? And then after that, what happens to his political career? Okay, so then Chuck Grassley, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm like, Chuck Grassley. That guy, Chuck Grassley, what's up with Chuck Grassley? Tell us the whole story about Chuck Grassley. We need to know. Okay, that was okay. So now Chuck Grassley. Because it's funny. I thought like, am I gonna? I can't even have a song about him because I feel like I don't know this story. I feel like it's a weird situation. I don't like his face is very like nondescript to me or something. I don't know what's up with him. So tell me about Chuck Grassley. Tell us the story of Chuck Grassley. What is going on, cards? What is going on? I don't know about Chuck Grassley. What's the deal? What is up? Okay, what is up with Chuck Grassley? Yeah, whatever. Like, what a coincidence. Everybody's connected to Russia, but there's no Russia inquiry, right? It's like, oh, so the whole thing was a nothing burger, but there's just every single person. How fascinating. Oh my God. Incredible. Amazing. Chuck Grassley. Is he being blackmailed? What is the deal? Chuck Grassley, okay? Chuck Grassley, tell us the truth about Chuck Grassley. What is up with Chuck Grassley? Chuck Grassley, blackmailed or bribed. Chuck Grassley, blackmailed or bribed. Chuck Grassley, what is up with him? Okay, yeah, Snake and the Grassley. Snake and the Grassley. Chuck Grassley. Okay. All right, Chuck Grassley, tell us. All righty. Okay. So first question is, what is he hiding? Like, what is the reason? What is Chuck Grassley's reason for acting this way? Is it being bribed, or is it a money thing, or is he getting bribed? Is it getting bribed, or is it being blackmailed? What is he hiding? Why is he acting this way? Okay. Oh my God, Russia. Amazing. No, we had no idea that oh my God, what? Chuck Grassley? Oh my God, no way. He does not act suspicious at all. I would never have thought. Okay. It was okay. So this is interesting. It's oh, I wonder if the light is too bright. Oh, whatever. Let's do it like this. Because I think the light used to be really dark, and I like dark. But now it's kind of okay. Let's see here. A little bit less. Okay. So anyway, so here is the mountain card. You can see the mountain card. And it's like difficulties executing plans. Okay. So he's hard to execute plans. Because those things, I just see, we'll look at them separately and then we put them together. Okay. So this is a card of relationships. Like this, relationships not going too well. Okay. With who? The lady Russia, Mother Russia. So relationship with Mother Russia, not going too well. Okay, so let's see what, because it's going, we find out more about this because in Lenormand especially, it's all about the context. Okay, so it's all about the relationships between the cards. But let's just look at this, and then we zoom out further and look at the bigger picture. So then we have this was on bottom, top. Okay, so then it's a business relationship, uneasy business relationship. Okay. Temperance means temperance like this means balance. Okay. I'll show you the cards. Nice card, beautiful card. Before these sets of readings about Russia, I used to never care for this card. It's like, oh, it's kind of so boring. Like, whatever. Who cares? Like, what, it's like when I get temperate, because whenever I used to always like do readings for myself and like look for, anyway, so this card came up and be like, oh, whatever, because whenever you want personal readings, you always want something more dramatic, I guess, or you want like something exciting. This is boring. So anyway, but in the context of this whole thing, Russia, especially this one, which is how it came like this, it means imbalance. Okay. It means disruption in a way. It means creating a chaos in a way. Okay. And it's kind of sad to say because, oh my God, it makes me feel so disgusted to think that he has a deal to create chaos. Okay. In a way, to create imbalance, to make people to feel unwell, to feel like a lack of, basically temperance upside down is lack of peace of mind in a way, which is not great, of course. Okay. Yeah, and this is like real lovers. Interesting because it's all of these cards about relationships are coming up here for Chuck Grassley. So it's, I don't know, we'll find out more. So it's a hidden relationship here. Okay. We'll putting it together. Yes, yeah. Patty Joe is saying, in short, he's screwing people's heads. Yes and no, but you know what? I have to look at the whole thing together because it's possible that it could be that there's some sort of blackmail. I don't know, but I think, okay, let me just put the whole thing together and we're going to talk about, because I feel like when you see this stuff together, that's when I feel like I have a better idea. Sometimes it's until you see all the cards combined, it's difficult, okay, to see what this whole thing, what all these things mean, okay? Oh, interesting. Yeah. An appointment by the Trump administration has created a political opportunity for Chuck Grassley's grandson at a time when the senior Iowa senator is leading an investigation to the White House and the president's son, Donald Jr. So, okay, so what this tells me, guys, looking at these together, actually, let's see. So when we look at the cards together and try to, look at the story, it's important. It's more important to look at the Lenormands. Okay, so you know what I think it's about his relationship with Russia. I feel like he's made a deal with them because you have not only in the tarot did we have the lovers, the hiding the lovers. Basically, he has a relationship with them, a synergy with them. Okay, some sort of synergy and connection with them. And then, so anyway, and then, yeah, so basically, it's like long-term relationships and long, hard relationships with Russia that are covered, like the Russia here is covered up, is hidden. And what's also hidden is a deal with Russia. So I feel like, what I really feel like here is that Russia has been cultivating him for a long time, okay? And what they asked in return was a deal, like a business deal, okay? It's like they're not doing anything for free. And this is a hidden business deal, okay? And that's why. And I feel like part of the deal is like you see this, it's still showing up there, the top of the Temperance upside down at the very top here, like upside down card. I feel like it's unfortunate, but I think that's what it is. I feel like I see them almost telling him like, hey, we're not going to ask you to do a lot. It's just to create some chaos and just to like make things a little muddled up. Okay. That's what I feel like this is. Okay. So it's like creating this harmonious relationships is part of the deal that he has with Russia. Okay. So he knows that's his job for them because of the deal that he had with them. Okay. So that's it. That's the beginning of the question. The beginning of the look into Chuck Grassley. That's the background. Why would they even deal with Russia's money? Is that all? Well, it's not just, because the relationship cards, and I'll show you guys 1 second here. I'm going to unplug because I want to discuss this. It's funny, the tarot cards here are particularly relevant. So I'm going to unplug them, okay? So, okay, so we have, this is a card of relationships. This is a card, like when you first start dating someone, that's the card. Like it's number 2 in the love, the cup. So it's like dating stuff, okay? Like it's basically a lack of harmony, okay? So it's like a relationship that's not going too well, disharmonious, okay? And you have several cards that have here. There are, of course, 4 cards, 4 positions, and 3 of them have to do with the relationship. So it's significant. So this card is a card about relationship, like a relationship, a connection, but it's a soulmate connection, okay? Now, when I see this, it means that he has a connection to Russia that goes beyond money. It's not just money. It's that he likes them in some way. He believes things that they believe in, okay? He like their ideas touched his soul, basically. It's not just money at all in this case. So, and you have another card here related to relationships, which is the ring. The ring was not on top of lovers, but the ring was on top of the Temperance, okay? It was right here. So what we see is that the deal that he made with them had to do with him creating an environment of imbalance. Okay, so he knows that it's his job to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Okay, in his case, because every person is a little bit different, obviously. It's like the gist is the same, but that's like every person is different. And I was thinking, and I was reminded of something I read online about the methods of recruiting spies. Apparently, it's like there's 3. One is motivation, another is basically you have to figure out if the person, it's like ideology, money, or there's a third, I forgot which one, but basically it's either ideology, money, or desperation. Okay, so So in this case, I feel like with him, it's very much ideology. Okay, he must be very conservative, and they were able to sell him on this idea. Okay, and I feel like because you have these two cards together, it's been going on for a long time, and it's at the beginning of executing the plans. Okay, because you have to remember that these guys, like the other side, they are very good at spying. They're very good at teaching people like how to act and how to do. All right. So anyway, so let's move on to the next part of the question. Oh, interesting. He opposes sanction. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like, okay, so let's move on to the part of the question, which is, what does Mueller have on him? So we figure out that what he's hiding, whether he's being blackmailed, what's the deal. But let's find out, what does Mueller have on him, if anything? Okay. So this is the queen of, it's probably him, okay, the queen of wands, the charismatic person. Even though he strikes me more as a sword type person, he's not super charismatic. But anyway, so it's like, it could be him, I guess. Okay, so it's like a person in leadership position, and this is a card of network or dreams. Yes, Cynthia Allen saying the whole thing is so damn blatant. Yes, that's what's crazy, right? Because it's like all of us here and millions, must be millions of people, like see exactly what we're seeing. It's on our faces. Okay. So this is a card of a person. This is moving on to better waters. Okay. And this is like not like being stuck and not being able to move on. So it's an opportunity. Okay. Opportunity to, like I said, I want to first show you the very local small detail, and then we'll go into the bigger picture. Okay. And then on the other side, this is, I don't know, we have to connect to find out. This is defeat and an ending, a death and ending. And this is a card of money and election. So the money behind the election, okay? So I feel like, okay, so now we have the stars here looking, the stars. It's an opportunity for their dreams, or it's an opportunity to expand something, okay? Now it's funny, you guys, like seeing this, and I'm actually liking the clips because like you could see better everything together and it makes more sense, okay? So here it's interesting, now it makes sense when you see all of this together, right? So on the right, you have an ending to the election. An ending related to the election. So an ending of an expansion, an ending to the election, an opportunity for the election. And you have a card of defeat, and this is significant because what I feel like, the story, and I see him in an office like saying this, like, you guys, this is an opportunity for us to end the expansion of the new ideas, okay, of progress. Because remember the card underneath here, I don't want to pull it out again, but it's the person who can't move on, who doesn't want to move on. So I feel like the whole thing, how the whole thing with Obama, they got so angry because they're like, oh, progress, justice? No way. Like we were racist. We like, whatever. It's like it awoke a primitive anger or like a horribleness in them. But I think, if we look at these readings, the series of readings, what I'm learning is that this has been a very long-term operation by Russia, okay? So they know that these people are conservative. They were able, because I feel like, what I think that Russia is really good at too, you know how like you guys know that I love watching those crime shows. Okay. So the crime shows have the profilers. I feel like a lot of Russians, because they have so much, like a lot of experience with spies, they can tell like personalities and how to manipulate people in a very, very smart way. So they know the ones they can flip. Okay. So basically what I see here is Grassley somehow knows of that this was an opportunity for them to stop the spread of Hillary's victory, or like the Democrats, or progress in general. Okay, so opportunity for the election, an ending to the network, and a defeat that causes an ending. So he must know, he must be related to this somehow. Okay. Okay. So all right. So Cynthia Allen asked, is McCain one of them? You honestly, like, Cynthia, I think like for right now, let's focus. I want to focus on this. You know, eventually I want to do McCain, but like, let's focus on this guy, you know, those kind of things. Anyway, so yeah, so I feel like right here, that's what it's saying. It's that he has a role somehow in stopping the spread of progress, and it's not an opportunity. He sees an opportunity to stop the spread of progress. Oh no, it's okay, Cynthia. That's just like, because like it's hard, you know, because I feel like if we don't, I know it's like stream of consciousness, but I'm like let's see, you know. It's so interesting. It's just, I know if we were all like asking these questions aloud, but like, let's try to, okay, I'm thinking here. Yes, Patajo is saying it's to have so many participants would have to have gone for a long time, like you said, because what's interesting, I think a lot of things are blatant, right? For us is like on our faces. Cynthia is pointing out like all of this we know somehow about like the record, their record, the voting record and all this stuff. But when you see the large amount of people participating, like, it's not normal. Okay, it's not normal that these things would go on like this. It's like they must have been working on this for years. So basically, anyway, so that's what that was the question, was what does Mueller have on him? So he knows they must have communication from him, or like he participates in this whole cover-up election thing. And I feel like and like I said, guys, after I started doing these live readings, I'm trusting my intuition more in the images that come. And what I see is like him saying, he's like, this is the way to stop it, guys. You know, these guys came to us with this opportunity and we're going to stop this whole bullshit. You know, the Russians were able to talk to them in a way that made them feel like, you know, they are friends in terms of ideology. Okay. So that's why I feel like they don't get it. They're dumb. They're too shallow to understand they're being used. Okay, because Putin doesn't care about them either. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh yeah, he has an agenda. Okay, all right. So the question is, will Chuck Grassley be indicted? Okay, that's next. I don't know. Okay. This is a card of old person not being able to get through, not being aggressive, not getting through. This is older man. It could be him or it could be Trump. Okay. And it's funny because this two, I'm going to show you the next card. So this is aggressive person, the tree. So this card has come up. It's interesting. Before yesterday, I think, and it's coming up in the last few readings. It's interesting, like the tree, like the network of, and oh my God, this reminds me of something I have to tell you guys. I will not forget this time. And this is a card of factions. Okay, so chaos and disagreement, and this is law. It could be law, it could be government. Okay. This is a it could be this is I see it say this often when this card comes up. When I did the research on tarot cards that have to do with prison, this was number one, the number one card that means prison. And what we have here, his real reputation is related to prison. So hopefully, you know, I still have to put out the other little set of cards that asks if he's guilty. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's combine them together here to see what it shows. Okay, because now we have. The older man, the network of older man, okay, the tree, the life of the older man, network of the older man, and the reputation related to government. Okay, so oh guys, this is okay. This is what I want to talk about. So yes, I think last night I uploaded to YouTube the reading I had done on McGann, that series of readings. I think it was McGann and Rebecca Mercer and so forth. And I was watching part of it, and something came up that's related to this. Okay, so it was a card like this. The tree had appeared, and it was like, what I realized after I had already done this video here with you guys, and I think it's showing again here, is that what it was telling me, it was not about McGann. It was about that the group of them, something sudden was going to happen to their entire group. It was going to affect all of them. And I think this is coming here too. Okay. What I feel like whatever happens like this, because this is a tree, right? And what is a tree? A tree is the growth of all of it. So anybody involved with the older man people in the government, this could be the Senate possibly, okay? And their professional reputation related to being in the tree of the older man. So this is what I feel it's telling me here. Is that, and I remember the one that when I saw the reading on again, I wrote a comment. There was the Eight of Wands, which is the card of something sudden. Something happens at once. So what I really feel, it's telling me even more, that the reputation of a lot of these people is going to be affected at once. So whoever is in this tree here, related to the older man, and related to this fighting, okay, here, like the disagreement, is going to have the professional reputation affected. That's what I think this is telling us. Okay, so let me put this down, and I'm going to move on to the question of whether, I'm try to see if I can go to the other, okay. I don't know, see here, okay. I don't know, maybe the other side was better. So yeah, so basically what I'm going to move on next is the question, is he guilty? Will he be found guilty? Because it's one thing to be indicted, it's another to be found guilty, okay? Justice upside down. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Yes. So excited. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to cry right now. Oh my God, Chuck Grassley involved with Russia? Are you kidding? Oh my God, he was so discreet. He was so, nobody knew, right? Oh my God, okay, this is great. So Ace of Wands is a card of sudden energy, like suddenly, okay? Sudden energy, burst of energy. What do we have? Suddenly, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so this is a suddenly. What do you have? We have a scythe coming. Oh my God, heads are rolling. Heads be rolling. Okay. Wow, okay, so this is a card, like it's in this context. Oh my God, that's right. Oh my God, okay, this is another funny thing, guys, that came up today. So Jared Kushner, now his newest project is reforming prisons. Like he's suddenly very interested in like improving prison conditions. Because Jared Kushner, he's a psychopath. He doesn't care about anybody. He only cares about himself. So he knows he's going to jail. He's like, maybe I can have my own. He knows okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to be graphic here, guys. And I am wishing ill on him in some way, but just, I don't want to mean like that bad. But basically, Jared Kushner is like, I don't want to be raped or whatever. So he's like, maybe I can try to get a prison. I am a very special, very talented boy. And I want my own prison. I want cable. I want to be able to go out sometimes and stuff like that, whatever. Like, he's like, can I get my own server? I need a laptop. Okay, I need to get like iPhone upgrades, and I need like, yeah. So it's just like he wants. Okay, so this is the card, like Justice upside down. Yeah, latte machine. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I just don't eat carbs very often. Okay, I need to count my calories. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so this is like Justice upside down, and the fox. So it's great because it's saying like justice against him because he's done things behind our back or people's back. Okay. And then you have the emperor upside down, which I think is Trump. Okay. And the public. So the abuse of power. Basically, the emperor is also abuse of power. So abuse of power in public or abuse of power. Okay. And then this is great too. It's like these are plans. So beginning of plans and the letter. So what I think this means is an indictment or some sort of a, okay, the indictment or whatever legal situation becomes public. Either, you know, it could also, oh, you know what this could be? This is very interesting, actually. This could be an email about their plans. An email, okay, because this is writing. It could be document. It could be an email about their yeah. Okay, so an email about their plans. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, so anyway. All right. So, okay, I'm going to say, is it a dark thing to say, but I'm going to say it, okay, because I'm going to quote Cynthia. Someone said about Kushner, he'll go in as a tight end, but will end up as a wide receiver. It's not a terrible thing, but I feel like, you know, I have had that wish myself for him. So I don't want to be a hypocrite and be like, oh my God, look, see that. No, I think about that all the time. Like, at least it's going to be justice, you know, in prison or whatever. Okay. So, now this is interesting here because, so let me just put together here what I see, like all of the cards, because, so we have here first the scythe and the fox with the justice upside down here. Cutting the, oh, this is kind of cool. Cutting the fox, cutting the people who are shady and are doing things behind our backs. Yeah, it's true. No, but you know, I do think he could be himself. It's like, you know what, I can finally, you know, become a transgender individual. Okay, so that's it. Like, okay, scythe and this fox. The fox people are going to get cut. And I think it's going to be cut in public, okay, because we have right here society, but it's also public. So that's cool, you know, because it's going to be, everything's going to be public. So you see here, the cut is going to be public because you can see the garden. The garden is a card of society. It's also a card of something, larger groups of people, but that's when something becomes public in the sense of this society, okay? So the cut in public, letter, public letter, okay, public communication. So I feel like the communications become public and the fox gets cut in public, and whatever the fox was doing behind, because what does the fox do? The fox cuts, the fox does stuff behind their backs, and I feel like the fox has this letter, right? The communication from the fox. So whatever the communication is that he had, and I feel like, you know, from a legal perspective, it's the proof. So the proof is like this letter, this document related to the fox becomes public and everything gets cut. So whatever he's done, you know, in the back, you know, like whatever he's done secretly becomes public, and that leads to his demise. Like, I think the demise, the other reading the other set of cards just show that this group of people is likely to get cut, but it's going to happen in public. Like, we're going to know whatever the letter he had, whatever the document was, whatever he's done behind our backs is going to become public. Okay. All right. So the other question is, what will be his political, well, I guess he's pretty old, but like, what will be his legacy, or like, what will be the story of Chuck Grassley? I guess we could ask, like, what's going to happen to his political career or his political status, right? Or what's the word? Yeah, his status is a fair question. Or like, will he come back to reputation? Yes. What's going to happen to? Oh my God, painful ending. Oh my God, good. yeah, what's going to happen to his reputation? So interesting. Okay. So it's saying that at heart, he wanted to avoid death, a painful ending. Oh my God, this is kind of, this is like, it could also say, this is kind of darker to say, like, he's going to have a painful ending, or at heart, his values are going to have a painful ending. Okay. And it's saying, interesting, this is the meetings are from, this is a card about the past. Whenever it comes back, which it shows in a reading, that means something that has been happening for a long time, or like it's about the past, basically. So this is a card of meetings, okay, and like a conversation. So what it's saying, I think, to me here says that these meetings have been happening for a long time, come from the past. And then this is a card of getting what you want. This is called the wish comes true card, or like, okay, so this is a man getting what he wants. I'm not sure, it could be him or could not. I don't know, we'll see here. And then money, man, loyal, okay? Money, loyal to money, loyal, loyalist. Now, what I think this means here is that the Russia thing has been going on for a long time, and that it was in a way, this last part confirms the very first part of the reading, which is about his values. Okay, so I feel like he wanted to avert the values that he perceived to be righteous. He didn't want them to end, so he did whatever he had to do. Okay, so here we have conversations about the values, okay, and because the cards below were for a long time, so these conversations about values were happening for a long time. So this is a person, it could be, I think it could be maybe Trump or somebody who was a leader, maybe not necessarily him. I think he is right here, okay, the dog. So I feel like it's like he does it's like what you want. So he did whatever this person wanted, and he was loyal to this person and to these conversations. So I feel like this confirms the idea that he's been connected to these people, the conservative people who were seduced by Russia. Because I feel like, what is becoming clear is that Russia seduced them, some of them because of money, but others because of ideology, like I said. And I think he's definitely a case of the ideology. Like, he got enamored by the ideology of, like, the ultra conservatism and stuff like that. So it's like he's a loyal person. So these conversations were happening with Russia for a long time, and he's very loyal to them. And because he wanted to prevent the painful ending of his values, then he talked and he did whatever the other person wanted. He became a loyalist. Okay, yes. Reputation, McConnell, racism. Yeah, exactly. It's like, exactly. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I feel like it's just the whole, this, it's very interesting. So now I feel like I know more about Chuck Grassley. Like, he's he was enamored by values. So he sold out not because of money necessarily, because of values. Okay. All right. So that was interesting, guys. So let me move on here. Very interesting. Yes, Jen's saying he's far right religious too. They are the worst. Yes. So yes, I absolutely believe that this reading shows that Russia got him because they were able to connect with his extremely right-wing or conservative values. Okay, all right. So moving on to the next. Now we have on the list here, we have Eric Prince. Eric Prince, and let me look here at the full list. I wrote it. Let's see here. So we have Eric Prince, the Koch brothers. I feel like, right now I don't necessarily want to, because I feel like I've already done Chuck Grassley. Maybe towards the end of the day, let's find another. Okay. Guys, do you mind, or is it too much or repetitive if we do the relationship between Ivanka and Donald? Just because it's a little bit different from the whole like I don't know. Okay, because I feel like I want to, and like I said, and in the post, because somebody said, somebody wrote to me and was like, okay, I'll just tell you guys what she asked. She was like, so is there, okay, and I was like, I don't actually truly don't believe it. But she was like, I kind of feel like, I wonder if one of Ivanka's children, the dad is Donald and not Kushner or something like that. And I was like, whoa, you know, that's not, I don't believe that, honestly. But I don't like these, oh my God, Diane's husband said that. Oh my God, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. I was like, no, that's too much, you know, but like, I would never think, like, I don't think that at all. But I was like, you know what? Let's like look. And I told her, I was like, look, I don't want to post a video with that title, like, oh, Donald Trump is, you know, like there's incest or whatever, right? So, yeah, it's just like, I was like, I don't want to think that, yeah, exactly. I don't want to, like, that seems like really super dark. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just look into the relationship and we'll find out. And I want to do a set of cards about the childhood. Okay. Let's say childhood. One little set for childhood, and then the other set of like, what happens in the, you know, the adult years, because that will, you know, 4 parts. Okay. Oh, actually 5. So 1 is the childhood set, 2, the adult years, and then 3, what Ivanka thinks of him, 4, what he thinks of Ivanka, and then 5, the future. Okay. Because you know what, there are several things here, because as we know, especially Tracy Brown said this, like that she's the one who's, and I said yesterday, yeah, she thought, yeah, exactly, like yesterday, about like the snake going, she probably is the snake who goes over there to Mueller right now or very soon. Yeah, right. Exactly. So we'll find out, because it's the kind of thing, is whatever is hidden is going to show up. And I was like, I don't even know how you could even tell the whole thing with, like, right, you know, I don't know even how to read those things. It's very complicated. But I think, like, yeah, I don't think that it's possible that the mother is very complicated, because you need the pregnancy. You know, that's very complicated. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like let's look, you know, at the relationship and understand this a little more, because to everybody, okay, guys, it's just too creepy. The whole thing is creepy, so creepy, beyond creepy. But I think it explains, like, it could explain some of the reasons. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like the whole, she's flipping on him, and like, oh, and another thing I want to say, I'm going to get the card of the gentleman, because you can do this with the Lenormand cards. I'll show you guys. So Trump is going to be the older man card, and Kushner is going to be, this is Kushner. Okay, the gentleman. This is, let's find here the card of the lady. She's gonna, you know what, actually, yeah, she's gonna be the lady, because, okay, this is Trump, the older man. Okay. Interesting. Eleanor said, I know a mother and son. The mother is a malign, like a malign narcissist, where the mother acts like her son is her husband, tries to flirt with him, buys him gifts, and a girlfriend or wife would buy, hates any women he's involved with. He's so uncomfortable with it, but doesn't want to cut her out of his life. So weird, but shades of these two. Yes. You know, this reminds me of the act, what's his name? Elizabeth Girl. Is that her girl, really the British woman? She has a son like that. Like, it's so creepy. Like, she's attractive. She's like in her 50s now, but it's like she's very attractive. And her son is like a teenager, like 14 or something. And she's always like in public with him and like treats him. He goes to like fancy parties with her, or like her. It's so kind of creepy. Anyway, so that's that. So these people, whoever, like, when they show up in the reading, and I'm going to say before the reading even starts, that Russia is not going to be, the lady is not going to be Russia, because it's about the relationship and that has nothing to do with Russia. Okay. It's beyond the Russia thing. It's just, okay, so this is her. Okay, this is going to be Ivanka. So especially with the Lenormand, before you do the reading, it's always a good idea to, when in situations like this, when there are several people involved Who? Elizabeth, is it Elizabeth Girl? I'm confused. Hurley, Elizabeth Hurley. Is that right, her name? The British woman he used to, like, maybe you don't know her. She used to date that guy Hugh, the British actor Hugh something. I forgot. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot. Hurley, yes, exactly. That one, yes. Yeah, so she has a son. This woman, she has a son, teenage son. Oh, okay. Yeah. So she's like has a teenage son. It's very strange, like how the son is in her. Like, I don't know. It's like he's always anyway, so that's yes, you weren't, yes. So anyway. Okay, so okay guys, so anyway, so let me focus here. So tell us, please, cards. We need to know more information so that we can understand her role in the White House and what's going to happen with the Mueller investigation. Also, so tell us, go back from the beginning. Tell us about the relationship between Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump, the child in teenage years, then the adult life, how she sees him, how he sees her, and the future. Okay. Ivanka Donald, okay. And then here, okay, so Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump. Tell us about the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, the nature of their relationship. Okay. So the first part is her childhood, okay? So this is, I feel like there's not a lot that necessarily states abuse, but this is a card of bad news. Okay, so there's some sort of bad news or emotional harm or I'm not emotional harm, but like could be tantrums or something, but this is a letter. So some sort of, and I feel like this probably states that some sort of inheritance or something. And this, I'll show you why. Like this is a power to transform something from thought to reality and a deal. It's interesting because this says business deal, but also obviously marriage. Okay. And this is a person who's very isolated, okay, in isolation and not seeing the world right. Card of guilt or karma. Okay, so it could also be the wrong values, right? The person sort of like a cult leader or person and guilty. Okay. And this confirms the thing about money, maybe inheritance, because this is a dream. So, okay, I'll tell you, I'm going to clip the cards and tell you more. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's some sort of paper and like, okay. All right, now. Okay, so, okay, putting these together, okay, so, oh, was that right? Yeah, it was like this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So putting these together, what I feel like, what I get the sense here is that she was destined to reach the big stage from an early age, almost like you have the magician here, or like, and then you have the seven of pentacles. Okay, but what I feel here, in the sense of not greatness, in the sense of like, I feel like he knew that was her karma here. This is also a card of karma. I feel like he knew that she was gonna do great things, or that he burdened her too with like money and her inheritance. But ultimately, she was burdened and tasked with fulfilling whatever his goals were. Okay, in some way. Okay, so I feel, because this is a card of, the card of behind, you can see the hermit upside down. It's a card of like social isolation, but kind of craziness. And like I said, cult leader. So I feel like almost like the money, you know, this is probably the inheritance, the business inheritance. And the deal to expand, like the deal to expand the business probably was his dream, okay, his goal for her. And she was groomed from an early age to achieve that, okay? He wanted that for himself, and he wanted that for her. So her role is to fulfill whatever he wants, right? This is, to be honest, like my dad is not as bad as, I don't have a lot of, this is like too personal, but I just sharing it. Like I don't have I've never had a very good relationship with my dad. He's an absent father. He wasn't around, but kind of like, I understand this on a personal level. I understand the whole thing of like, they don't see children as people. They see children more like an extension of their personal project or something. So I feel like that's what I see here, is that she has to fulfill whatever it is that he wants. So basically there's a heavy price to pay for having the money, like the inheritance and the power. Okay, because obviously, hello, look at her. Like she's at the only reason why she's at the White House is because he's her dad. Like she did nothing. There's nothing in her background that suggests that she should be in the government, except for her dad. Okay, so that's it. Now let's move on to the adult years. Okay, adult years. Yeah. Mm. Now here we have a card of hope, dreams, and the loyal. Like I feel like she's loyal to his dreams, to the dreams. Okay. And now we have interesting. This is like in some ways has to do with this investigation. So this is a card of debt. Okay, quid pro quo, debt. On top of it, we have corruption, loss, but mostly in the scope of this family, it has to do with corruption, and so corruption and debt. Okay. So this is like telling us, guys, she's loyal to the corruption. Okay. She both fulfills his dream, and she's also a loyalist to the corruption. Okay, we know that, to his corruption or whatever. Like basically, she inherited the business, right? We know that the cards before show that she inherits this thing, but at the same time, like, well, hello, what is this business? This business is all about debt and corruption. Okay, so she continues that legacy. Now this is a card, interesting. This is a card of like a death. Okay, this is a death and like a sharp idea and death. Okay. And this is a card of madness. This is literally a card. Like this is a card of a creative ideas and like not knowing not knowing the full story and stuff like that. But when it's upside down, it means madness. The person, it means like not like mental, and like a person who's in a psychiatric hospital level type of madness. Okay. Because somebody asked once, I forgot who it was. Someone was like, So how do you know, like, how does it affect a reading when a person is like mentally ill or whatever? And I was like, there's a lot of cards and there's different levels depending on the card. And I would say that this card, like upside down, even actually also with this card, the arm and upside down together, that would, but mostly this one like this is the biggest. I would say this is the number one madness card to me anyway. Definitely like this. So madness, okay. Almost like institution, like this is for a long time, madness for a long time. Okay. Or like, okay. When, like I said, I just want to give you the small picture first and then we connect everything together. It makes more sense. Okay. So okay, so like this. All right, so this is interesting, guys. Kind of darker than I wasn't expecting it to show up like this. So you see the dog. The dog is a card of loyalty, loyalist. Okay, but below the mice is corruption. And let's see if I. This is like kind of bothering me. So and then like here, next to the dog, we have the coffin. It was a card about endings, and right below, we have a long time. Okay, so. And then it's like an interesting construction here. The mice and the anchor together means, to me anyway, that the corruption has been happening for a long time. And there's an end. Either it could be an end to her loyalty. This could be interesting. Or it could be, yeah, an end to her loyalty and an end to their whole relationship or him even. Okay, because I feel like the anchor always means something. Yes, it could be yes and no, because I feel like the whole thing, the relationship with corruption here means that she's involved. You know what I mean? Like she can't just distance herself from it. If saying the corruption has been going on for a long time and the ending is final, like the ending is irreversible. That's kind of how I see it. Okay, here with anchor. So because the corruption has been happening for a long time, the ending is irreversible. And there's an ending to the loyalty and there's an ending to the loyalist also. Yeah, so that's what I feel like. It's like and in a way, the second part here ties very well with the first, because in the first we saw how she inherits things. It's like there's documents stating that she gets the money, she's wealthy, she has power because of who her dad is. But at the same time here, it's showing that she's loyal to the corruption. The corruption has been going on for a long time, and that's her ending. An ending to a permanent ending, like a substantial, serious ending because of this. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next, which is another. I mean, I'm like, wow, this is actually like a lot. I'm gonna drink something, guys, because. Okay. So yeah, because actually this reading is turning out to be a lot more interesting than I don't know. Not that I had expected something. Yeah. Okay. So now this is another part interesting about. So it's like what does she think of him? Okay. How does she see him? Weird. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it together. So this is money and this is gift. So probably inheritance. So he sees him. She sounds like gonna say she sees him as an ATM. Like no, like not in a bad way, but I feel like she's thankful for the gifts, and like this is gonna be kind of creepy to say, but it's like painful ending, delaying painful. So she's like, he's almost dead. That's what I feel like this means, because that's Trump. Okay, here I said before. Remember, guys, when at the beginning I was like, this is gonna be the card for Trump. So Trump is almost dead. That's what she's saying. He's almost dead. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, guys, this is a card of love. Okay, this is going to be like, I feel like this is it's going to be a very controversial thing, what I'm going to say. But so this card is it, I'm going to, oh my God, this is kind of cool, you guys. Some of you may not be like, like I said, there's a lot, like there's a group of people who are like really into the cards and others are like this story, whatever. But this is an interesting card because this card is a card of pain, physical pain. It's the whip. It's a card of fighting. Some people see it as a card of passion, like a, kind of like a, like, oh my God, like screaming like that passion. But some people say it's sex. Okay. So it can be related to sex because you also have their love card here and sex, whatever. Like, I'm not saying that they have anything together or whatever, but like, I'm just stating what, I can't, it's one of those things that even though I rarely, when I do readings for other people and generally speaking, maybe it's the subject here of, yes, sexual exactly, because I feel like, especially the tarot is much more flexible, okay, but the Lenormand is not. So the Lenormand, you're supposed to tell it like it is, okay, is the tell it like it is situation. So the tell it like it is here is that there's love, real love, family love. She loves him, but there's some sort of sex, and it's also fighting, passionate. So there's exactly like Diane was saying, maybe sexual undertones. So there's sexual undertones, and I'll tell you, this is what is going to be the creepiest thing. Okay, Jared is right here. So strange. Okay, Jared. Somebody asked a question. Let's see. Yeah. So Donna, so we're doing the relationship between Ivanka and her dad. And now we're talking about, she sees the relationship. Yes, she sees the relationship as somewhat, there's sexual undertones to the relationship. Okay, so this is a card of something happened quickly, okay, and a delay. Okay, so there's a delay. And what is the delay? Jared. So Jared comes, okay. Jared comes. This is like very interesting because it's like, this is a card of how Ivana, I'm sorry, I get them. Ivanka sees her dad, okay, and Jared is right here at the position. He showed up because, like I said, you guys, I said whoever we know that the gentleman is going to be Jared and the older man is going to be Trump. So this, it's funny, like I said, the Lenore, I'm going to put all the cards together, and like whole new meanings come up when you put these cards together. Yes, could be overturned. Yeah, so this is going to accentuate the whole thing that was said. Okay, so, all right, so this is interesting. So this is the card, like I said, she's thankful for the gifts and the money, but they come at a price. Okay, so there's the love, the money, and the gifts have a sexual tone, or has also a fighting tone, okay, aggressive tone, but it's also somewhat, there's some element of like some sort of sexualize the relationship. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is, like I said, guys, this is okay. This is why. Okay, now the other creep factor. This is a card of Jared. Okay, and since Jared is the husband, this is like, obviously you have sex with the husband, right? Or like you're connected emotionally to the husband. And here's a dad. So the dad was like her husband too. You know what I mean? It's very creepy to say this, but I'm just, like I said, we know the context, we know who these people are. And I'm just putting, these meanings together. So the price of the relationship, or the price of inheritance, of like getting all these like fancy, whatever, everything that she gets from her dad, is that there is a husband-like element, something to the relationship. And Kushner is right here. So I feel like Kushner is also part of the family. You know what I mean? And okay, guys, this is going to be like, I'm just saying what I'm seeing. Okay, whatever. This is a little strange, but like, yes, emotional incest. Exactly, Eleanor, exactly. Eleanor said emotional incest, not physical, but the adult treats the child like a spouse in every way but physical. Yes. Okay, so the other interesting part here is because how she sees her dad is this is the question. Jared's here. I almost feel like Jared is a little bit like her brother. Okay, because why is he appearing in a reading about her dad? It's kind of strange. So what I feel like there's a reversal of roles here, almost like it's sort of telling me that Trump is has a husband-like relationship with her, and Jared like has a role that's, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it makes sense to see it like that. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, guys, you know, it's the kind of thing. I feel like leave it out. Whatever. It is what it is. That's what it's showing. I don't know. I can't be like this. Like I don't know. It's just there's a sexual undertone to her relationship with her dad. Okay. Okay. That's all. You know, exactly. So okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next, which is how he sees her. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's funny. He sees her much like it's weird. Like I feel like he sees her as leading as a business lady. Interesting. Like this is a card of a person with a cool mind, analytical mind. Okay, like a lawyer or like analysis. Okay, left brain kind of person. That's her. So she's a woman from obviously considering how he's a toddler. To him, he's like a PhD in like neuroscience or something. She's like a rocket scientist from his perspective. This is a person executing moves in the world and the snake. So it's weird. Like he knows she's a snake. Okay, funny. He probably, honey, you're smart. Just like, you get stuff done. Whatever. Like he probably because corruption is part of how he moves. He's not serial killer. He's a con artist, right? So con artists are snakes by nature, right? So in a way, he knows that he probably like, yeah, she inherited that from me. Okay. And now we have, this is a abuse of power. Okay. A person wrong. That's exactly Trump, right? He's the emperor, like a person abusing the power. And this is a card of, could be Trump Tower. Okay. Here's a person here. So, all right. And this is making plans, an opportunity to make plans. Okay. Yes. Patricia said, Trump only sees people as objects, even the daughter. Exactly. And this confirms what Patricia just wrote, because this is an opportunity for the business. So he sees the daughter as an opportunity for the business. Okay. And here we have, there's another, I have to tell you something about the snake. This snake card also means women in general. Like, of course, if you're like, oh my God, so sexist, whatever, but it is what it is. No, so the snake means women, dark, like a woman, and womanly seduction. Okay, so seductive women. So there's that too about snakes. So he sees her as a seductive woman at the same time. Okay, exactly. Diane said, man in business respond to Ivanka and Trump exploits his daughter. Exactly. You know what it is? It sounds like, yes. You know what it is, guys? It sounds so low to say, and I'm sorry, God, I don't want to offend, but it's sort of like he's a pimp. Okay. Like that's what it feels like to me. He's a pimp. So, okay. So, so here it's like he sees the daughter as a snake. And like I said, snake it means also not trustworthy, dual, two-faced, but at the same time it means seductive. So it could also mean that his daughter is seductive, and it's the seductiveness of his daughter is a great opportunity for his tower, right? For his business. And at the same time, he this is him here too, the emperor upside down, abusing his power. So his daughter allows him to abuse his power further, to have this like crooked empire. Okay. So he sees her as that's kind of gross, right, to say, but like, oh, my daughter is a great opportunity for my business. But that's what it is. That's what it looks like here. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the future. What's the future here? The future of the relationship. Okay. Yeah, guys, oh my God, now I got goosebumps. I feel like, oh my God, nah, kind of crazy. I have goosebumps. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like what it's saying here right now is that I think she's going to be a witness for him, against him. Okay. Ugh, it's weird. I got goosebumps. Okay, so this is a person moving away. Okay, you see here, this is a person who moves away from something they have built already. Okay. So, okay, so somebody moving away, and this is a heart, which is the core of who you are, or something you value, or your values. So somebody moving away. Okay. And here we have the card of the past showing up again. And past shady deals. So that's what it means together. Okay. Past shady deals. And this is a woman using charisma for the wrong ends. Okay. And this is a key. Now, like I said before, the key. Okay, I'm just going to show you the other card right underneath. Makes a lot of sense. Disappointment and a secret. So I've said before in many of these readings, especially I think it showed up more in the earlier readings, that the key card, when it shows up in the legal context, it means key witness. Okay. And since we have the card of the book, this reinforces the key to the secret. Okay. So she's a solution to this secret. Ew. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, so solution to this secret. So this is important. Okay. And this guy, this card here, the word that came to my mind was turncoat. Okay, a person turns away from something they know or who they are, because the heart card is also a card of who you are at heart. So there's a turncoat. Okay. And these are past business shady dealings. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here it's like the heart of the fox. So the true values, the true face of the fox, she's a key to the values. Okay. At her heart, she's the key, meaning I feel like she becomes she's a witness. She's a key witness to the secret, and the secret things that have been going on in the past. Like I said, this past card is right here. So she shows the shady shenanigans going on in the past, the secret shady shenanigans going on in the past. She's the key to this. So she becomes a witness. And because at the heart position, right behind it, we have the, what do you say, a card of the person leaving behind, something behind, then that's a turncoat. Okay, so she turns coat. She leaves her, probably she would betray. That's what I would think. Betrays him, becomes a witness. and it shows all the shady dealings, secret shady dealings. Okay, so that's that, guys. I mean, I feel like I don't know what else. That's what I feel like. It confirms the idea that she's gonna talk to Mueller. Okay, because yeah, because that's what I think. Okay, she turns her back on him. Okay, if anything, so because she's literally walking away. Yeah, no, but I think, was she part of the Russian meeting? Okay. Okay. So let's say here, let's say, was Ivanka involved in setting up this Russian meeting? Was she involved at all in this Russian meeting situation? Okay, I'll show you guys. Yeah, I don't see, it just talks about the group of people that related to the election. I think she's one of them, but it's not telling me anything related. Okay, I use so many clips, I have to unclip many things now. So, okay. So yeah, it's just like, okay, here is money behind the White House. So there's money behind the White House, could also be money behind the real estate. Yeah, I don't think he pimped her out like that. No, that would be no. She would not be yeah. Okay, so this is averting death, growth. So probably contracts will, what I feel like she's talking to them maybe about. I don't think she's necessarily, I just put 3 of these together. Okay, so this is a tree, growth of the house, averting death, like money dealings to avert death of probably the real estate business before, and looking to the dark secrets related to the election. Okay, now I don't know that this is not conclusive about her presence. I just feel like, you know what? Okay, the image I'm getting here, guys. Okay, this is what I'm getting right now. I see her meeting them, whatever, at the elevator, whatever. She's like, hey, guys, I feel like she knows them from before. Okay, this is a part, like, the reason why they were saying that. I feel like the reason why they were saying, like, oh, I feel like she already has a relationship with these people. Okay. It's like, these are not strangers to her. I feel like I see her, hey, oh my God, how's it going? Whatever. Like, she already knows some of them. Okay. And I feel like I remember some of the people sounded familiar, like, the whole Azerbaijan, like, I don't know the dealings, but basically I feel like she already knows them. So she was greeting them because she knows them. These are not new characters to her, like random people that just went in her building. Okay. And like others have pointed out, not related to her, but related to their family. Like, you don't just show up at Trump Tower and have a meeting. Okay. You need, like, they must have had a connection somehow. So she was happy. I feel like her role, and I see her at this moment, like, playing a role that she's played before, which is like, oh, hi, thank you so much for coming. Like, she's like the ambassador kind of thing, So she's greeting them, more of that. I do not believe she was involved in this particular meeting. No, I don't see her. I feel like she was just like, oh, you know why, guys? I'm saying this too. I'm saying this because I'm seeing this image of her greeting them. But I'm also reminded of, like, I don't know if you've watched this documentary on MSNBC about Panama and Trump, like, his real estate dealings in Panama. So there was all these videos about that Ivanka would make on, like, oh, this is a Trump property, whatever. Like, that's what she does. She goes and she's like, the candy or whatever. Like, she goes like, oh, thank you so much for buying the property. She talked to the salespeople. I think she was, a God bless her, whatever. Like, I think she was very competent. She did a great job doing that when that was just her job. She's like, oh, hi. She was seductive. She's like closing the meetings, whatever. And so I feel like that's what it is here. She was like, she did the same. She was an ambassador. But in this case, I don't believe exactly, not just PR, but sort of like, for example, I know you guys, there's a job. Okay. Hedge funds have somebody, there's a job in hedge funds. It's always women and attractive women that have. It's the investor relations, okay, job. So I feel like she has a similar job in her dad's company, except that it isn't a very high level. So she has a similar role, which is like handling the people, like getting their money. It's like, so basically investor investor relations. That's what she does, essentially. Okay, so anyway, so that's that. That was the reading. That was intense, guys, and I feel like there's some. Let me look here, the list. I feel like, have we even talked about, like, we barely, did we just talk, like, that's crazy. Did we just do 2 readings? That's crazy. I don't know. It seems crazy. It's like an hour and a half. That was interesting, right? Yes, sales. Jen say, yeah, exactly, sales. That was the job, sales. Okay, and on a classic sense, that's her job, exactly, sales. Christy just asked, what is Putin up to today? Did he just turn on Trump? Okay, and I feel like that, you know what, this is like, I could do like 5 card, because you know what, it would be interesting to see what, because today, so I read this that he had praised Kim. He was like, Kim Jong-un is a very stable leader. He's a mature leader. And, you know, and someone, not in this article, but someone had mentioned before that Putin, his job in KGB, his whole life, he was recruiting assets and talking to them and communicating to them. So he knows how that's going to trigger Trump, okay, somehow. It's not just that he's betraying Trump, is that he's sending a message to Trump through him, okay, through the comment about Kim. So that would be an interesting question to ask, okay. The question about okay, this is a question. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, all right. So anyway, I know Cynthia Bauer, I don't know why, I'm not sure why she can't comment. I don't know why she asked, I don't know the deal is. Anyway, so okay, guys, so going back here, the question about, so what was the purpose, we could ask here, what was the purpose of Putin's comment about what was the purpose of the comment that Putin was praising Kim? Okay, so what is Putin's agenda today with his comment? What does that mean overall in terms of Trump? Okay. All right. So what is the purpose? Like, why did he make that comment? Okay. What is the purpose of that comment? Okay. So what is it signifying to Trump? What is the purpose of Putin's comment today in terms of Kim, and what does that signify to Trump, and what is he telling the world? Okay, guys, I just pulled out the Lenormands, because the Lenormands sometimes are Lenormands are more clear, and I don't want, like, sometimes. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is, just here quickly. Okay, guys, so here, well, you know, it's the other side. Sorry, because this flips. It's so interesting. Yeah, it's saying, I feel like he was giving a warning. He was giving a warning. Oh, how does it? Oh, it's so funny because the video flips. This is the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then here, okay. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So he was giving a warning to Trump that the end is near. That's what I think, okay? So okay. So here you have the card. Oh my God, it's so annoying. I don't know why. So weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to not do it like this. Okay, so first card is the crossroads, which means election. Then after that, you have the reputation. So what I feel this means is that, look, I'm gonna say something about the election, and this element of the election is gonna affect your reputation. And then here we have the man. So the reputation of the man is related to the election. And there's an ending, okay? There could be an ending to the man. Yes, exactly. Patty Joe saying the Russian read out. Yeah, I feel like he's sending him a signal, okay? And an older man. So it's an ending. And it's interesting because I feel like probably it's interesting because like I felt like this could be Putin or Trump. Okay. And I think either way, it doesn't matter. Okay. So basically the message is very clear. Your reputation is related to the election. Okay. And you here could be Trump or I feel like it could be Trump. You could end you. Okay. Your reputation ending, the end of your reputation and the election of the older man, because you read the cards like this as well in this style. Okay, so I'm telling you that your reputation can come to an end because of your election and something related to the election. So I feel like it's blackmail. Okay, in a way, he's saying, look, he's behaving well, you're not. Okay, that's what I feel like this is saying. He's showing him like, I can destroy you, okay? Because I feel like, I'm now two things came up with like thinking about it. I read somewhere that Putin gets, what is it called? In his briefings, he gets briefings of Trump's tweets, okay? So like basically he knows that he communicates through Twitter. And so it's like he's getting him this message. Okay, so he's sending him a message. And I've always, and this is not the moment to ask. It's probably another question for another day. That I want to know. I feel like Kim he does what Trump wants. Okay, so I have a strong feeling that that North Korea, the whole thing with North Korea, this whole threat of war is a theater thing. Okay, is not real. So yeah, I feel like I really believe that. And so this is not the moment to ask, but like, for the list of questions that I have, it's important. I feel like next thing I want to know is really the relationship between Kim Jong-un and Putin. Okay. Because it's not something that like we have talked about very much because it's relevant to this question. All right, guys. So I feel like the next scheduled broadcasts are Sunday. Okay, Sunday. I almost feel like I want to do another one tomorrow because there's not enough time. But I feel like maybe I should take a break. Okay, I'm gonna try to do. I feel like I need to. Would you prefer? You know what I'm thinking? Like do the 3 and 6 schedule on Sunday. Okay, or do one tomorrow and one on Sunday. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know yet. So, okay, if you have a preference, let me know. Okay, like let me know if you, like I said, if you prefer one tomorrow Yeah, I almost feel like I like this Sunday. Okay, Sunday to me. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna do something maybe Sunday, two sessions on Sunday, because there's so I feel like it's upsets me that there's so much to cover. But today were very interesting. The Ivanka one was amazing, right? Like I feel like I understood. Okay, so okay, yes, okay. Okay, yeah. So let's do twice then on one. Okay. Well, okay. I think I may do another tomorrow. Okay, just because like, and I feel like at the same time I don't want to like create the expectation. But let's maybe do one to, and like another one, because I feel like I barely touched on the Republicans. I have a list of 18 people, and there's like 2 on the list that we've done. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. So anyway, oh my, I don't know, right? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna email you, okay? Whatever. I'll see how it is. I'll see how it goes. All right. Okay. Tomorrow I'll let you know. All right. Okay. Yes, exactly. Okay. So tomorrow I'll let you know. I say 50% chance I'm gonna do another one tomorrow, but definitely Sunday. Okay. All right, guys. So have a good night. Have a good one, and I'll see you. Yeah, definitely 2 on Sunday for sure, and if maybe a 1 tomorrow. Okay, but I'll let you know tomorrow during the day. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, and by the way, you can keep chatting when the video ends. It just the whole thing. Okay. Okay. Bye. But I'm gonna end the video. Bye. Good night.